Hi everyone, welcome again to Bake Your Way Kitchen. Today we're going to be doing another recipe, and it's going to be a very quick, easy creme caramel. And the nice thing, this is actually a lightened down, it's still very rich, but it's a lightened down version of a regular creme caramel. We're going to be using regular milk. You could even use almond milk or flax milk, some of those unsweetened milks that are like I think almond milk's like 30 calories in a cup if you really wanted to watch the amount of calories and fat and things like that. I'm just going to be using regular milk. Keep in mind typically the less fat there is in the milk or whatever milk you're using, it's not going to be as rich. Yeah, so I'll first tell you what you're going to need and then we'll get going. So I've got here some granulated sugar, some water in this cup, some pure maple syrup. Make sure you get pure maple syrup. It's very important. A little bit of vanilla, 3 eggs, 2 egg whites. And I've got 4 ramekins, or 4 little bowls here, and they need to be oven safe because we need to put in a preheated 325 degree oven. That is, I believe, 160, around 160, 170 degrees Celsius. And so we're going to get going. So the first thing you need to do is take half a cup of the sugar, and all the measurements are in the details below, so you can take a look there. So I'm going to put I'm just kind of guessing it. I probably shouldn't, but let's just give that a shot. Put in a little more. There. Alright, and you're going to be putting in a 1/4 cup of water. And this needs to come to, I'm going to bring this to the stove, bring it to a boil, reduce the heat, whisking constantly for 5 or 6 minutes until the mixture is a nice brown color. You need to whisk this constantly to avoid it from burning. So I apologize for the camera angles right now. I'm going to be getting a tripod. I'm still waiting on it so that you'll be able to see what I'm doing when I'm at the stove, but for the time being I'm just going to have to explain when I do need to go to the stove what you're going to need to do. So just to say again, just bring the water and the sugar to a boil, reduce the heat, whisking constantly for about 5 minutes till you get a nice golden brown color, and I'll show you the next step once you've done that. So as you can see, this has come to a boil, and I have reduced the heat a bit. And essentially what we're making here is a caramel. That's what you get when you boil together the sugar and the water. So I'll show you what it looks like when we've got it at the consistency we want. I've just removed the mixture from the heat, and you can see it's got that brown color. That's what you're looking for. We've created a syrup. So now you're going to pour about a tablespoon into each of your mini bowl, oven safe bowls that you're going to be using. Whoops. And basically with the rest you can save it for another time. So you can put it in a separate bowl, which is what I'm going to do right now. And just save it for another time. You've made caramel. I've got the rest of my ingredients right here. So here's what you're going to need. You're going to need the remaining sugar, which is about a 1/4 cup, I believe. Your 3 eggs. The 2 egg whites. A touch of vanilla. And your maple syrup. Now make sure you use real maple syrup. It'll make all the difference, I'm telling you. And what I did here, you can see it's come out real easy, like it's pretty much come out of that container. I used some cooking spray in the measuring cup to make it easier because maple syrup, as you know, is very thick. And then we've got our milk. And this is 1 cup, 1 2/3 of a cup. And there we go. And this is our ingredients. And then all we have to do is, I'm going to whisk it right now to get it well combined. Oh gosh. I'm going to transfer this to a larger bowl. Alright, so now that I've transferred that to a larger bowl, you're going to want to whisk this well. And even this, you can use a hand mixer, but it might go everywhere. So I would recommend whisking this by hand. And you want to mix it well. So I just use a little ladle, pour it right in. You can, if you want, I'm not going to this time, but you can strain it if you're worried that your eggs curdled or something went wrong, but you know what? I don't want to do that right now. I don't feel like it. And actually, this is going to turn out very good, I think. You could make a few more, like if you didn't want to make them this big. Like I could probably even get one more in here. But I'll just fill these. Finish it off here. Alright, so now we've got our custard in our oven-safe bowls. And what I've got here is some hot water in this little pan with high sides, and we need to put each of these in. Now, I haven't done this in this one, so I don't know if this is going to work. I hope I can fit them all. Actually, I will. It's actually going to work perfectly. And the water should go about halfway up the sides, and I don't know if you can see from that angle, but it is halfway up the sides right now. And this needs to go into your 325-degree oven for about, I would say, anywhere between 15 to 25 minutes. Again, the reason why the time varies so much is because every oven is different. I've worked with a lot of kitchens, and I'd always find it just, depending on the oven you use, that can really test the result. Anyway, so I'm going to put this in the oven, and basically you're looking for it to be nice, for it to set and to be lightly brown on the top. So I'll show you what it looks like once it's done. Alright, so I think our creme caramel is now done. Oh, here we go. Look at that. Here we are. And I'm just going to take this, put it down on a little cloth there. Okay, so as you can see, it's developed a bit of color, and you can tell, like, see, it's kind of bounces back up. It's set, and that's what you're looking for. So this is perfect. It got a little more brownness than I would have liked on these two, but it's not a big deal because what we're going to do now, this is kind of the, well, kind of an annoying part. We have to put it in the fridge. The more, the better. I would say at least 1 hour. At the very least, 1 hour is what you'll need. And then I'm going to probably set this overnight, so you'll see me probably tomorrow. And then what we're going to do, well, I'll show you what we're going to do, but we're going to basically cut our knife around it and then plop it onto a plate, and it's just going to look beautiful. So I'll see you tomorrow, and I'll present it and take a taste. Alright, so now we've got our creme caramel. I let it set in the fridge overnight, and it's going to be ready, so I'm just going to slide a knife right around it. And let's hope this works. You will be the first to see. So, I'm just putting it down. Let's see what happens. Oh, there we go. Looks beautiful. Take a look. Doesn't that look fantastic? Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to take a taste and I'll tell you what it's like. So smooth, very rich. It's delicious. I hope you give this a try.